Hello there. Just wanted to show off this real quick. This is my Darth Maul inspired samurai mask. Just got this painted up and sealed. I like that nice satin finish. Might do some videos in the future with this, but for now, this is the main attraction. So I actually wanted to show off my saber collection again. This is actually my saber collection as of May 4th, 2021. So, May the 4th be with you, of course. Added some different sabers, swapped some things out since the last time I did a saber video. I'll actually link my last video down in the description if you guys are curious. But there's been some significant changes. So the first thing that you'll notice, of course, I've got it on this nice katana sword rack. I actually got that as a birthday present, so that was pretty cool. But let's get started top to bottom. So the first thing that I want to point out are these keychains here. I get these from the Custom Saber Shop, and they're simply just these little neat, single LED keychains. Thought those were pretty neat. Then, of course, you'll notice this glaive here. So I've done a previous review on all of these sabers. Of course, this is an Ultra Saber's Crimson Scorpion. I've added a Ripper blade to the top, little piece of photon blade here in the middle to give it a little bit of a green action. It, of course, has a red flash-on clash. And, of course, this is a PVC extension to the pommel. This is pretty significant size. You see it takes up the entire length of the rack. Another thing that I really like about this saber is that because it is blue, we swap out the blade here. So I can actually take a photon blade and it gives it a nice long green blade. So of course I'm a big fan of photon blades. I've got those in my staff, which we'll get to in a moment. Alright, so the next saber on the list is my NeoPixel Profi Antares. So of course, again, done videos on all of these individually, but biggest thing that you'll notice here, I've got some gold tape here. I've got this nice red button to tighten down the blade. I've added this section with T-grips and a D-ring. This is what I would consider my closest to replica saber. I'm not a huge fan of replica sabers because, they're very set in the way that they look, but I obviously love to customize. You'll notice every single one of these sabers is highly customized. But what I like about this is that it has features of some of my favorite sabers. So like the T-grips from the classic Graflex, the stripes here like Luke's saber, the pseudo thin neck here like Luke and Obi-Wan's. So there's features of all of those in this saber. But what I really like, of course, about this is that beautiful NeoPixel. So right now I have this set to a rainbow flame pattern, but of course I've got a good dozen or other fonts on this. So this is my only NeoPixel. Every other one of these sabers is a baselit saber, meaning that the LED is just in the handle and shines the light through the tube. Next will be my wife's saber. So I custom put this together with various pieces from Blue Bull's Outer Rim Saber parts. I had originally gotten the Golden Banshee as a mystery box from Crimson Dawn. And of course, this was Crimson Dawn as well. I mentioned this was Ultra Sabers. This is an Ultra Sabers. This is from Crimson Dawn as well. And this is a Ripper blade. I'll go into more detail in a moment, but the parts that I bought here for this section, the bottom and these two thumb screws I got from Outer Rim Saber Parts. And this is a V6 core. Got that nice smooth swing. And I specifically put this together to be kind of like a royal saber. So you've got that gold and that royal purple. And then of course I've engraved this section here which I then put over a purple wash and some just paints and whatnot to give it, you know, just a really artisan look to this. And of course, this saber belongs to my wife, so that's another reason why I wanted to really give it just the extra little bit of regality. So I've actually named this La Reina, which is Spanish for queen. Next on the list is my, you wouldn't be able to tell it by how thoroughly I've customized this, but this is my Initiate V2. Normally the V2s only come down to about here, and indeed I can take this piece off and put on the regular pommel, but I've added this additional extension just so I can make it the pommels compatible with you know, this pommel, this quick release coupler here. They're all MHS compatible, and the V2s are not, and neither are any of the Crimson Dawn sabers, but because I had some of those pieces, I went ahead and just added that. The other thing that you'll notice, I've added this Suba, and all this is a plumbing flange and a bit of PVC pipe, like so. And I have an O-ring on the blade just to keep it in place. So not even permanently on the saber. A little bit of an electric tape for the grip here. And of course, gotta have that katana wrap. I just love doing the katana wrap. So I put some reflective red material underneath, put the katana wrap on top. And of course this is in blazing red. So very bright saber. This is much brighter red than any of either of these, which can turn to red. They have an RGB color tuning, so they can cycle through all different colors, but it's just a single LED versus this having 3. So it really maxes out the red, and that's why this one stays in my collection. Even though I'm more into Crimson Dawn sabers than Ultra sabers, just the richness of red and the customization has kept this in my collection. The other things that I can do is swap out for some of the blades. So I showed you I took the blade out with the Suba. Now I can have this adapter that I made out of PVC pipe and just put that in. And now we've got a cross guard, and I can put a regular blade in there as well. I can also put a dueling blade. That's, as you'll notice, this blade does not have sound like my other sabers have had sound. This is just a stunt saber, so I just pop in a blade. So just a trans white dueling blade. Tighten these screws down real good. And now I've got a very durable blade that I can go out and duel with. Alright, so the next saber will be my saber staff. Now, even though, you know, this is the glaive that I have here is more exotic, and of course the NeoPixel is more expensive, I definitely think that if I had to choose one saber out of this entire collection that I would continue to keep, if for whatever reason I had to get rid of all of them, the staff would be the one that I would keep. You know, even though it has inferior features, it's a staff, and I love spinning staffs, and more importantly, it is a staff that I can disconnect to have a pair. And they're in these beautiful green photon blades. The other thing that you'll notice is that I have personally engraved the handles. So this saber truly is mine. So I use this for my Jedi character, for my cosplay, and just spinning in general, just when I want to go out and spin a little bit. You'll also notice that the blades are a little thinner, so I like shorter blades. So these are only 28-inch blades versus this is in a 32. Actually, yeah, the Profi NeoPixel and my saber here, these are both 32s. I believe this is in a 35. But I like, for staff and paired sabers, I like them to be shorter, just because it's a lot easier to spin. It matches my height. I'm not scraping the ground with the opposite end. And so to counterbalance the short look to it, if you will, I made these 7/8 outer outer diameter, 7/8 inch. All of these other blades are 1 inch outer diameter. You can't really tell, you know, if I compare that to, but you know, these are thinner and shorter, but they look great. So I'm very pleased with these. I've recently added these thumb screws. I didn't have this in the review video when I did that for this one, but set that there. Now this one isn't really a saber per se. I call this my mini saber, but really all this is an extra pommel. I'm sorry, an extra emitter, a extension, and even though I'm using this as a pommel, this is actually a reverse emitter that is female threaded instead of male threaded like the other emitters are. And the only reason I have this in there is because I wanted something to display my Darksaber, specifically with just a little bit of light. So I actually just have a dollar store flashlight in here that runs off of 3 AAA batteries. I've done a review on this as well. So I call this my mini saber. And one of the cool things about this is that even though I got this specifically to display my Darksaber, which is compatible with, you know, any of these baselit hilts, but also I can get a small piece of, you know, photon blade tubing. Now I have a tiny little Shoto lightsaber. So, you know, just a little fun extra. So that's my saber collection. Let me turn all these bad boys on and let you guys bask in the glow. So again, I hope you guys enjoy. This is my saber collection as of May 4th, 2021. I think it's a very well-rounded collection. I've got all kinds of variety in aesthetics, colors, you know, different companies, different additional things that I've added and customized. I really think this collection is one of a kind. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. I'm actually going to get cracking on another video to showcase my son's collection. He's starting to amass a little bit. Of course, my other son has his own lightsaber, so I'm going to do another video in a little while just to showcase their sabers. But in the meantime, I hope you guys enjoy my collection.